Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What I'd like to do is just kind of go over a quick video for what is it you need to know to be able to solve absolute value inequalities. And basically, absolute value inequalities are just kind of like the next step, like the combination of absolute value equations and compound inequalities. So it kind of goes without saying that to be successful in this class or in this course, you're going to want to make sure that you have a basic understanding of how to solve absolute value equations. Basically, the idea of setting up your two cases for the values. The next thing is solving compound inequalities, because when we had an absolute value equation, you know, we set up our two cases, we negated that one side, right? And then we could go ahead and solve. But for an inequalities, once we negate that one side, we got to make sure we flip the sign. And it also depends on how the original equation is set up if we're going to have an absolute value equation, or, I'm sorry, not an absolute value equation. If we're going to have a or compound inequality or an and compound inequality. And that all depends on, you know, how our absolute value. So if our absolute value is greater than, you know, our value, then that's going to be an or. If our expression inside the absolute value is less than or equal to our value, then that's going to create a and compound inequality. So that's very important, because not only just for solving, but for graphing, because we know that, you know, and only deals with the intersection of your two graphs for compound inequalities, where or is going to only one of them needs to be true, so we usually just will graph both of them. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is just kind of the basic of what you need to know to be able to solve our absolute value inequalities. Thanks. You know how to solve.